Like this is
it's not because all our fans have their own kids now. Not all of them. Sorry, hang on. Sorry, not all. We're coming to you.
Melbourne City.
We're coming quick.
We are there on the 9th of August.
My fiance was like, goes, "Oh, can we come watch your show?" I'm like, no.
All right, Lucas, do us the honors.
All right, so party people, how you going?
Good, good.
So, welcome to what might be something a little new to everyone here, but we're doing a podcast now, and it's called Just Us. So, jump on board. Let's get ready to go. What are we doing first off? So, first off, I guess we might explain to everyone why we're doing it.
Why do we have a podcast here, Lucas?
Yeah. This is something that we've been, I guess, wanting to do for quite a bit now, and we needed the right opportunity to. And the opportunity kind of arose earlier this year. This is 2025 when this is being recorded, by the way. And February rolled around, and a few months prior, we'd had an offer to do a show.
Mm-hmm.
This is 5 years after the last performance Justice Crew ever did in Perth at Bar 1 in, what was it, 2020?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess this is as good as yours.
I don't know. That must have been the last one.
Yeah, I think that was the last one that we did. As a Justice Crew show.
Mm.
And so then, things fizzled out for a bit, and we kind of fell a bit quiet. Some of the boys left to do their own adventures, and everyone kind of just left to do their own adventures. And then the offer came around, and then I'm thinking, for me personally, I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Was this the show?
Yeah, the offer for the show. I was just,
oh my
like,
gosh!
what are you living in like 2014? Like I never understood it. I thought that the whole thing was done and dusted.
Yeah, we all thought that, because I remember we were asked to headline the show, and
Yeah.
I remember putting it out, and everyone was everyone was like, "What?
Nah, man.
Nah, no way. We're not doing the shows." What's it? 2020 was the last show.
Yeah.
And we're like, man. And then I remember, once we like heard a lot more about what was supposed to be happening, we were kind of like, well, we'll have to like meet up.
Yeah.
Meet up and like figure out what are we gonna perform.
Yeah, that's it. And everyone's pretty much been told that Justice Crew's performing now anyway, so we've got to get into it. So
actually, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So when we said, "Oh we'll do it. We'll see what happens."
Yeah.
And then they started promoting it like crazy.
Guaranteed, yes, Justice Crew on board.
It was so crazy because I remember that they started putting it all on TikTok. It was some clip of Best Night video clip.
Okay.
And they had that up, and I was like, and people would ask, "Are you guys doing a show?" I was like, "What?" Like random people, like I'll be at a cafe or something, and they'll be asking, "Oh, Justice Crew, are you guys doing a show in Down Harbour?" I was like, "How did they know this?
Like,
How do you know this?" And they'll be like, "Oh, it's all over TikTok." Oh man, and I remember that's when it started, like, and then we'll message each other like,
Yeah.
"Yo, people are talking on TikTok that we gotta."
Anyone available to rehearse? I don't remember these dances.
I think by this time, because everyone was everywhere.
Yeah.
There's only a few of us still in Sydney.
Well, that's Paulie's living in Perth at this point. And Sol's jet setting all over the Middle East, and
Solo's over in Dubai.
yeah, that's right. Just get home safe. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Having to just try and get back into it, like, because there is kind of like a swing of things. Like when we were in the whole habit of touring, it'd be like a routine where it's like, you get up, get breakfast, whatever city you're in, hop in the bus, go to the next town, sound check, dilly-dally, show, signing, after party, sleep if there's time, and then on to the next
one. Yeah.
So it was that kind of thing where it's like, are we really like ready to try and have another stab at this? And this is like, I'm jumping ahead of time here, but for the show's sake, it was like, are we more than willing to pull off a 30-minute show when we're when we're like 5 years older and our joints are about 25 years older?
Oh my gosh, I remember we were like straight to training.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah,
It's so true.
yeah. No, I started
5
training a bit
years.
more after that. It was knowing that something's coming up, knowing that you're not as young as you used to be. It's like, all right, it's time to double down and show that, you know, old dog's still got some new tricks.
But I remember, so once that we were about to do the show, and then me, you, and Solo,
Yeah.
we met up
Yeah.
in the city, and we were like, what are we gonna start with?
You guys remember what are your positions?
Oh, we forgot every routine
Yeah.
and positions, and even like everyone's had new laptops since, and we've lost all our music of
Yeah.
mixes, and
All the old show mixes are
so we
gone.
had to go on our iTunes and buy our own music.
Look up like old footage from our last performances to see how they all mixed together and all the rest of it. But it's weird because everyone's like, no, I can't remember the show. I can't remember the show. And then you let the music play, and then your muscle memory kicks in, and you don't like you're trying to think of the move, and before you know it, it's already you're doing it. It's like, oh, and
Your
then
body's taken
that.
over.
But yeah. So it's like you're not thinking up here anymore.
Mhm.
It's just all muscle memory from those repetitive actions from numerous shows over time. I think that's it. So yeah, once because we did that kind of run over, it was just us three, and then the day of the show, I was working doing my 9 to 5, so I couldn't, or 7 to 4. So I couldn't actually get to the rehearsal that you guys were all a part of during the day. I think because E-Man had driven in from Orange, Paulie's flown in from Perth at that point.
That's right. Everyone started rocking up, and we had a sound check. I think it was like lunchtime.
Yeah.
Lunchtime, and everyone's rocking up. And yeah, you were still at work.
Yeah.
And it was that first rehearsal on stage. And it was like, once the music started, everyone started like, you know how when something goes off, it's like, oh, it's like this. And then everyone's like, oh, it's like this. Oh, no, it's like this.
Like like a chain reaction, like
and-
firecrackers.
And that's it. Once it's like every song came on, everyone kind of like, started doing the routine.
Yeah.
And then I remember after that, you turned up. You turned up just before the show.
Yeah. That's it.
Lucas turns up just
Classic
before the
fashion.
show.
Yeah.
We're down in the room, the green room, and we're running it over one more time. So kind of like maybe 3 rehearsals,
Yeah.
including the first one,
Yeah.
and the sound check, and then with the whole crew downstairs. And yeah, that was like
Backstage before we go
Backstage.
on.
everyone, the music's on, and everyone's energy was just, man, everyone's energy was on fire.
Yeah.
Everyone
yeah.
was hyped.
No, by that point, it's like everyone's there. You almost kind of, it goes into autopilot.
It's true.
It's like, okay, our typical like staging position, if there's like a lead vocalist, then they're going to be front and center, 2 beside them, and then 3 filling in those back
Gaps and
back gaps. And then if there's, so what's that? There's another one that's spare. He can go at the back center again,
center.
directly behind the lead. There's like so many kind of like little formations that we use just as a second nature
Yeah.
to just frame things right for a performance. I think that was it. So when the songs that we'd done over and over and over again came on, it's just second nature just to be like, all right, so I'm here. I know I'm here. Because
That's
where else
true.
can I be? So you're not
That's
going to
it.
wander around stage because there's going to be a spot for you where everyone else has filled the structure and you're left with that last spot to fill.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, and that was the highlight.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, this is your spot. This is your spot." But I think, yeah, once everyone was there, it clicked.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
once the routines clicked, and it was just like everyone was pumped. And then I just remember walking out, and we weren't performing because we wanted to see the opening acts, the support acts.
Yeah.
So we were watch the support acts and just see the crowd.
Yeah, because we went for a walk like in the
Earlier,
audience for a bit as well. Like we
That's
kind of
right.
like we went out of the green room hungry as well, so we wanted some food, chips on a stick, and all the rest of it. Walked from backstage and around, got a good look at the stage from the audience's perspective for a bit.
And you got to see some of the OG fans.
Yeah, that's right. No, all the OG fans were there. We had who do we have? We had Sandy, we had Vashi. These two girls had been with us since the start of AGT. There's a number of them around the country as well that just they
turn up.
If anyone's got day ones, we got day ones. That's for sure. And sure enough, they were there. We had people coming up to us that had driven from Adelaide to come and see us, and from Newcastle and a lot of other places where it's a pretty inconvenient trip, and you're going to be staying in town for the night, so you're paying more than just the price of the ticket to be there.
But you know what blew my mind? So we walked out. This was before the show. So before the show, early in the day, actually, we went out. And this is because we didn't know why we didn't want to do the show, because we weren't sure if people were going to turn up.
Yeah,
right?
That's it.
So then we saw the crowd and we're like, "What? Who are these people? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So many people out here." And then I remember we walked out. The whole crew walked out, and we wanted to talk to some of the audience. And I remember we came across this group. And we were asked them, like, "Oh, how do you know Justice?" Because they look young.
Yeah.
They're like 18, 19, maybe 20. "How do you know Justice Crew? Like, why are you guys here?" And they were like, "Well, your song, Que Sera," was our year 5 or year 6 school bell. And we're like, "Oh my
They're going to say,
gosh."
my parents brought us.
That's what I thought. I was like that. And they were like, "Yeah, so it was our school bell, and when you guys would do a concert around Sydney, we were too young to come, and our parents wouldn't bring us. So now, because it was a R18 venue,
That's crazy.
the kids had to have
The wristbands.
Wristbands, yeah. But it was R18, and then that's what was like. Me and Solo were like just freaking out.
Yeah.
Like this is,
it's not because all our fans have their own kids now. Not all of them. Sorry, hang on. Sorry, not all. I just snorted as well.
all of our fans.
All of your fans.
We got the kids.
We're getting busy. Not all of our fans, but a large majority of our fans now. Like everyone's grown up since 2010. To say you were 10 years old, you're 25 now. So at the peak of your teenage years, just say you were 15.
Oh my gosh.
During AGT, then, chuck on another 15 years, you're 30 years old. That's not revealing our age at all. But
that is crazy.
Yeah. So like a lot of these, I noticed that a lot of our old fans were bringing their own children to come and see us. And that's like transgenerational. It's like,
well, that was a funny thing. I had my one. I had Maya there.
Oh yeah, you did.
So I had my little one
Yeah.
there, and she's never seen us perform.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that when she was in the crowd, and now she goes to her school, and she tells the teachers, they're playing all this like ABC songs, and play Justice Crew.
Good girl.
Play Justice Crew. Boom, boom.
That's it.
And it's funny because like it came out of nowhere when I went to go pick her up from school, and the teacher said, "Why is she always bringing up the name Justice Crew?" It's because I blasted in the car.
Maya's gonna be our #1 promoter for this new single.
Play Justice Crew. But that's what I was saying. See, like, now we've got our kids.
Yeah,
We got our kids coming to the shows.
That is nuts. Yeah,
15 years.
yeah, that's it. Like, you had, just people who, I don't know, like their kids would have been too young to realize who we were or whatever, so they're bringing them now as teenagers to the show, or just over age or whatever it was. But there was a lot of like mothers and daughters and fathers and sons and things there who we kind of fell just in between the two in generation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But that was it. It was nuts, and we expected maybe a couple of hundred there. There was a turnout at 2,000.
2,000.
So that really blew our heads off. We were just like, okay, so why did we stop? But it needed to stop as well.
Yeah,
That's the thing. We were burning out, and we were running a wet rag dry, and we got everything we could out of that little stint that we did. So it's always good to take a break and to recalibrate, and then if it feels good to take it back up again, then do it.
Yeah, and I think it was the perfect time.
Yeah,
like I remember when we came out. Yeah, as we were watching the support acts, we came out, and I remember all of us looking at each other like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
We had VIP.
Yeah, sold out.
The people on stage.
Yeah,
sold out, and we're just like, "This is crazy."
Yeah, no, it was eye opener.
It was an eye opener, and I remember the show. The show went as we did it, as we rehearsed, and everyone was hyped up at the end. The songs. That's what blew my mind as well, is when we did the songs, and it was Best Night. We started with Best Night. The crowd was singing it.
Yeah. And they're all adults now.
They're adults. we had 2,000 people singing the song. So it was like, what should we do? Should we perform?
Should we just let them do it?
We're just putting the mic out. And
that was one thing. It was like, my fiance was like, she goes, "Oh, can we come watch your show?" I'm like, no. Don't. Trust me, you don't want to waste your time. I'm like, babe, this show's going to be dog shit. Just don't. And then we get there, and then I get home. She's like, "How's the show?" I'm like, "It's so good.
So good. It's so true. Like, I even said that to my partner. I was just like, yeah, don't expect anything. Just come in the green room.
Yeah.
Just hang out.
Just hang out. Just hang out. Yeah.
She freaked out too. She was like, where do all these people come from? They sang all your songs. Like crazy. Each and one of them. Yeah. They sang them all.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that was so cool. That was so cool.
It's nuts. Like, because what last release would have been so long. And that was, 2018?
2018,
around then.
Yeah.
Whenever we had the house in Bondi, where we did all the recording, it was around then.
Yeah, but I didn't think we didn't really do much for it, to be honest.
Nah.
Like, we were kind of like splitting ways then.
Yeah. It was all getting frayed at the end.
Like, everyone was doing their own thing at that time, so... It was kind of like, so long.
Yeah.
So long. See ya.
I think we might have done a so long tour.
Did we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
That must have been it then.
We had so many tours. Like that whole 3 years, we had 10 tours.
I think that's what burned us out, because we were just doing the same venues.
Yeah, same cities,
and I felt like that. We just kept repeating.
Yeah. And it was the same show. So it's like
same show,
we weren't rehearsing any new choreo or anything like that.
That's true.
So I think that's where it kind of it gets stale. And if you're feeling it, then chances are everyone else is going to be feeling it as well.
Well, that's probably why it's a good thing that we did.
Like, there was one night, I think it might have been one of the maybe Kick-Ons 2.
Kick-Ons
2 tour, something like that. And we did one in Melbourne, and it was in St Kilda, and it was like 100 people for Melbourne City.
That's crazy.
So I was like, my mum, I could see my mum just in the crowd, just like, woo. And even she was like, gee, that was pretty rough. Why wasn't anyone there? I'm like, I don't know.
What year was that?
It's got to be around the same, around 2017,
That
2018.
is so funny.
Yeah. So I was
I
like,
kind of had the same experience actually up in Gold Coast when my family was there.
oh, yeah.
And it was like, they all came. And it was like, it was my family that was the crowd.
All the Smiths.
Yeah, they were all out there. I was like, where is everyone?
Yeah.
Where was the crowd? But I feel like, yeah, we just
Who was it? Was
we rinsed every city.
Yeah, over and over.
Over and over.
So it's like, you know, it's always good to take a step back from things when they've been overdone. And yeah, it's like there's nothing stopping us from getting back on it. I think it's just that time needed to play a part in us growing, if anything, growing and expanding. But you know, yeah, it showed me that we're not dead yet. So
yeah. After that show,
yeah, in terms of like, yeah, our brand as a music group, but also just us, like when we're literally still young. Like I don't like, you know, we'll be complaining about our bodies now, and then we'll be complaining about how we could do things in our 30s, in our 40s, and then it's going to go on and on like that.
Yeah.
So you might as well, yeah, not let it hinder your future prospects. Just saying, oh, I can't do that. Like, because that was me. I was just like, I'm too old. That's done.
It's
I'm
done.
too
Just
old.
drop it.
Yeah, I stopped dancing for like 2 years. Past a year and a half or so, I've taken it back up. And yeah, if you are a dancer out there, don't stop, because your body's going to hate you for it. And yeah, just getting back into it, it's a rough process, but you know, twice a week at the moment, getting moving again, trying to battle that with a desk job. That was half the reason why, you know, you get a prospect for a show and you're like, oh, can I? I've been sitting down for 2 years. But yeah, it's like, you know, we all pulled it together and we pulled off a really good show. So from there, we're like, well, what's stopping us from doing more?
That's true. And I remember after the show, we were like, well, there was people asking us actually like, yo, you guys got to do a tour.
Come back.
We're going to do a tour. And we're like, after seeing that crowd, yeah.
That's it.
After seeing the crowd. And then I think our social media actually started picking up, and people were asking, the fans were asking that if we're going to come and do the show in their cities.
Yeah.
So it was just, we just got to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
And since that Sydney show, we have a Melbourne show.
That's it. Melbourne City. We're coming to you.
Melbourne City.
We're coming quick.
We are there on the 9th of August.
Yep.
If you guys need tickets for the show, you can go on to all our social media platforms, and they are in our bio.
That's it.
There's a link in our bio, and you can grab your tickets for the Melbourne show. And
That's
the
right.
first show is sold out.
Sold out already. Let's look out, because that's a really good indicator that the second one will.
That's right.
Let's hope.
Oh,
But that is, what is that? Over 18s.
that's over
That's
18s.
over 18s for both shows. First one sold out. That blows my mind, because 10 years ago we were catering to preteens, like as a show.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So everyone's grown up and they still want to come back and see more, which is just flattering. But it's yeah. How can you not get pumped up by knowing that you have fans that have been loyal throughout all of that
whole time.
And it's like, what do they still just play it like on Friday nights or whatever? Like, just let's get out the Justice Crew album. Live by the words. What do you reckon, guys? Yeah, cool.
I feel like it's like, I don't know, like years ago, they heard the songs and it gave them a feeling wherever they were.
Yeah.
You know, they've got a memory from it.
Yeah.
I know year 5, year 6, maybe the school bell goes, the song's playing, you're there with your best friends. And now you're probably not friends with them. I don't know.
Yeah.
So then it's nostalgia. The music
brings you back
brings you back to the moments. And I felt like that's what happened to us on the February show.
Yeah, that's true.
Once we started rehearsing, we're like, the beat's coming. This is my verse.
This is my part.
Your verse.
My part coming up.
Your verse.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, had to practice the verses.
Yeah, positions and entries and exits and all that. But that's it. We smashed it out the park, and so we figured, all right, if we're gonna do Melbourne, then why not do all the other capital cities and smash out the whole country at the same time? Because if there's any time to do it, it's now.
It is.
We're not getting any younger. And I think that this will be a perfect opportunity where we can, get across the whole country, reconnect with all the fans that we've met throughout the years, which I'm sure a lot of them will be seeking out tickets for. And it's a mutual exchange. It's like they're going to get their entertainment and see they're all guys that they used to listen to, and for us it's the same sort of thing. We love seeing the old familiar faces at all the venues.
Yeah, it does take us back. Like everyone's just thinking like, man, those were some times. Yeah, those are some memories. But I remember after our February show in Sydney, we went to the after party.
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
We had an after party. Oh, my gosh. That was sold out. They had tickets.
For a dead band that hadn't released anything in 5 years. 6 years.
And it was crazy because I remember at the show, they were organizing the after party.
Yeah.
So they would be like, hey, do you guys want to go out at a club after party? I was like, and I remember we were just talking about like, oh yeah, we'll just go. Let's go hang out. What are we going to do? Everyone's in town.
Yep.
Everyone's in town. Let's go chill. And we rocked up about, I don't know, like 12. And it was packed.
We had to enter through the side, like through the side of the venue.
That's right.
We couldn't go through the front door because there was lines out the bloody.
There was lines. And then we get into the booth. We get into the booth, and the fans asked the DJ. This was the craziest moment. They asked the DJ to turn off Drake and play Justice Crew.
Yeah, that's right. Damn right.
Friday to Sunday. Play Friday to Sunday Justice Crew. Turn this off. I remember Solo was there, and he's like,
"Yeah,
no
it's
way."
like for something that wasn't planned, we got a pretty prominent announcement when we walked in. Like, okay, and now they're here. Give it up for the Justice Crew as they make their way to their booth. Hello.
Hey,
hello.
Hey. It's like a movie, right? Like, give it up for the Justice Crew, and then we're walking through from the side, and everyone just stopped dancing. They all looked at us and, oh my god!
Selfies and all that, and we're like,
man, 15 years older. I'm 15 years older. It's past my bedtime.
I was like, can I please have a beer? Like, I know you got your vodkas and all this.
Oh man, beer. Yeah, it was cool. It was a good moment. I think for us as well. We got to hang out at the after party and just chill.
Took us back a bit.
Took us back.
Then my phone died. My phone died. And then I turned around. Everyone else is gone.
Gone.
And then my bag is back at the hotel. and my phone's dead. And I know that the buzzer doesn't work at the hotel elevator. I'm screwed. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I've got my wallet. I can get home. Then Samson's going to have to grab my bag in the morning. And I'm going to have to go meet him next time. And he has my bag, whatever. And I'm like running through the streets of Sydney at 3 a.m. Get to the hotel. I'm like, what is it? Oh, excuse me, do you have the time? Yeah, it's 4 a.m. Oh, all right, thank you. And I'll just sit there, and 10 minutes pass by. I'm like, no one's coming. I might as well stay here. 15 minutes. And then so all of a sudden I hear the elevator doors open, and Samson walks out. And I was like, oh, there is a God. Thank you. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, my shit's upstairs. I'm going to get it and go home.
But I was like, man, we got home and we were like, I was going down. That was my third time down.
Oh, really?
That was my third. I knew. I was like, damn, Luke, I saw your bag. Damn, Lucas has to get his bag. Maybe got his keys in it.
Yeah.
And then I go down. I come down on the street. I'm like looking around. Damn. Go back up. He's not down there. He's not there. Tell the boys he's not down there. He's not down there. And then the last one. Yeah. The last one came down. Oh man, I was like, so
bro,
good.
I nearly dropped to my knees. I was so happy. Thank you. And then got my bag, and then got upstairs, and man, fucking passed out on the couch. Sol was passed out on the floor. Everyone is just, they were just so buggered.
Everyone's gone.
It's not like passed out, like kicking on passed out. It's like I'm really tired, passed out. And I just want to get some sleep. So I think that's going to be a lot of the spare time of the tour, I think.
Sleeping?
Yeah.
I know.
Sleeping,
I think,
and if we're on the coast, and fishing.
It's either be sleeping, fishing, or working out.
Yeah.
Eating, actually. Eating.
Yeah, that too.
Through reviews. But I think that's that could wrap up our first episode.
Yeah, damn straight. That was a good little catch up with everyone. Thanks for coming along. And get ready to look forward to more things in the future, because we've got some little gems up our sleeve that we're going to be throwing their way very soon.
That's so true.
Exciting.
Well, that's our first episode, and we will see you guys on the second one.
All right.
Laters.
Just us.